Hey interwebs, welcome to Hammered Steel, and I'm Mark, aka The Hammer. Hi, I'm Daisy. Dad said don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks. See you later. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm not going to be able to even do any work on this for about a month. I've got some personal stuff going on. If you stick around till the end of the video, I will give you a heads up as to what's happening. Here I'm using some rounding dies that I made on my pneumatic 20-ton press, trying to lengthen out the blade a bit so that I have more material to work with. Now would be a good time to tickle that thumbs up button. It sure helps the algorithm and helps the channel grow. The other thing I'd like to ask you guys to do, and it helps me as a creator and a video editor, leave comments really about anything. If it's the volume of my voiceovers, volume of the music, a fair amount of my videos, I speed stuff up anywhere from double to, there's a section in this video where I do it at 5 times the speed. So comment below. It really helps me become better with presenting videos. Thanks. Alright, I've got it stretched out about as far as I care to still have a decent thickness of a blade. So now I'm switching out for the flattening dies that I made. That helps get rid of some of the ridges that are put into the billet from the rounding dies. You know, maybe one of these days, if we get enough subscribers on this channel, I might start a Patreon page so that I can get a hydraulic press, something that actually works better, because this, while it works and you don't have to hammer a lot, it definitely cools off the metal and I can't get as much work done with each heat. So make sure you subscribe. Thanks. Alright, got it flat. Now let's get the edges square as best that we can, and then you'll see that it does warp a little bit. So I took it over to the anvil, did a little hammering on this to flatten it out a little bit again. Gotta do some hammering when you're forging. Sorry about the focus. Being one-man shop and videographer, I don't always get the best in-focus shots. Okay, the billet's been cooled off for a day or so. Now I'm using the surface grinder attachment on my 2x72 to make sure that everything's nice and flat before proceeding to the next step. Okay, got the pattern made on a piece of paper using some spray glue to put it on the billet so that I have my dimensions. You'll notice later in the video that I hadn't shaken up the can of spray glue enough, and she did start to move a bit, but I was able to compensate and then re-glue it. Here I'm marking the hole using a center punch to be able to drill out the hole. It's not gonna have a lanyard or anything through it. I just thought it looked cool. Okay, spoiler alert. Be smart. Think twice. Use a vise. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger! Yeah, okay, I'm old for those of you that get that reference. Alright, some stock removal on the bandsaw, just so I don't have so much grinding to do on the 2x72. The little finger notch is kind of a pain to get out. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you can see the paper starting to move a little bit because the glue wasn't shook up enough to start with. Okay, on to grinding and starting to get it down to its final dimensions, or at least close enough to it. I believe I was using a 36 grit belt here to get it down as quick as possible. Also, with a heavier grit, you don't build up quite as much heat. Alright, not 100% sure what I think I used. A 1/2 inch roller there for that finger notch. Trying to get it all smooth out. Is that a word? Smooth? From the cutting with the bandsaw. Since this is a blade for me, yeah, fits my finger pretty well. I like it. I like it. That fits my hand really well. Alright, onward to, excuse me, getting the grind done. The one thing that I didn't get for you guys was my tripod broke. So I didn't actually get any footage of hand filing in that little notch between where the blade starts and the plunge line starts. So sorry about that, but I have since gotten a new tripod, and it goes much higher than the old one, so that should be good for improving future videos. Here I'm just using a countersink so there aren't any sharp edges in that little hole that I cut back there. Again, it's not gonna be a lanyard because the blade is gonna be hanging from my neck. Okay, so the announcement. I'm gonna be taking a trip down Route 66, so make sure you hit that notification bell. I'm going to try and get out a video every day of the trip so that you guys can all see it and follow along. I'll end up making a playlist in the channel called Route 66. I've got 12 days right now planned out for that trip. Right now I've got a short prelude video planned for next Sunday before we head out on Monday morning going to Chicago at the beginning of Route 66. Stay tuned.